Hey, so today I want to talk about Eurocentric braiding and hairstyling practices within the natural and lock communities. So in the past, I'd have to say 3 to 5 years, I've noticed a high increase in the way that our braided hairstyles and lock hairstyles are taking on a more Eurocentric beauty standard. So I come from an era where I was born in the 70s, went through my middle school and high school era of the 80s and early 90s. And with that, when braids were out, they didn't require the altering of your natural hair texture and curl pattern in order to create the style. They didn't take on a lot of the Eurocentric beauty standards that the styles right now are taking on. And I really want to talk about this because it's a matter of mindset. You can lie to yourself and say that, oh, well, I'm getting braids. Braids are natural. But yet the technique that's required for you to have that natural hairstyle requires you to alter your actual natural hair. For instance, the first style that I want to talk about are stitch braids. Stitch braids are very popular. Matter of fact, they're so popular that I don't even see people really getting regular cornrows anymore, unless they come to me. The reason why I never really got into wanting to learn how to do stitch braids was once I saw what the process was for women who had kinkier, more dense hair textures and curl patterns. If you have a loose curl pattern, then you don't have to really do anything to get stitch braids, because the way that braid gels are now, they actually stretch the curl pattern pretty well and make the hair lay down. So if you have a looser curl pattern, you won't really have to adjust anything about your hair. You might have to blow it out, right? But that's about it. But if you have a kinkier texture of hair, it's gonna require for you to blow your hair out. It's gonna require for you to flat iron it, not just blow it out, but it's gonna need to be silk pressed and then braided. That is not a natural hairstyle. It's definitely feeding into the Eurocentric beauty standard. Your roots have to be straight and laid down in order to see the parts that make it a stitch braid. And for that reason, again, it is not a natural hairstyle. It's taking you away from your natural aesthetic. It's taking you away from being able to embrace your natural curl pattern, your natural hair density. You never, ever, ever need to put heat on your hair for cornrows. Let me just say that. I know a lot of braiders definitely want the style of their hair to be blown out, and I can understand that because it makes the parting more clear. If you're a stylist, trust me, I get it, I know. Parts come out way more pristine on natural hair that's been blown out. But to require your clients to get their hair silk pressed prior to getting it braided, that means that client really shouldn't be getting that hairstyle. So if you want stitch braids and your braider's telling you you need to have your hair silk pressed first, choose something different. The next style that I want to talk about that's definitely Eurocentric in every way is BOHO braids. BOHO braids are single individual braids. They could be knotless or they can have knots on them, box braids. And then they have this super loose curly hair that comes out of the braid. I personally don't think that the style is cute, but I know that that's what's trending, so I want to talk about it. And a lot of people seem to like the way that looks. But understand that loose hair that's coming out of the braid, it's not your curl pattern. And what happens when you choose styles like that is that it causes you to continue to feed into the belief subconsciously that good hair and bad hair, right, are deciphering what your beauty standard is. Because for BOHO braids, first of all, they're super long, so they're gonna go at least waist length or longer. That's the trend. I'm talking about what's trending. I've seen some BOHO braids where they'll cut it into a bob and whatnot. But again, it's not a natural hairstyle, does not look natural, doesn't give real at all. To me, that's the purpose of wearing a natural hairstyle. Next style I want to talk about are locks. So there's a certain style of locks that is being created, and these are lock extensions that are created with hair that falls into the 3B, 3C curl pattern, which is a looser curl pattern. And they're making these lock extensions, and the ends are loose. They call them goddess locks. If you have locks and the ends are out, those are called goddess locks. We have celebrity stylists who are doing them, but they do not take on an Afrocentric look in any way. They're very Eurocentric. For you to take on a lock journey where you're not having extensions added, it forces you to accept that what you have is what? Enough. I talk about that all the time. Because our Creator makes no mistakes. So when you're choosing styles that are the complete opposite of what your natural hair curl pattern, texture or density are, that's what you're saying to yourself, that what you have isn't good enough, even within a natural hairstyle. So if you have been leaning toward these types of styles and you're really wanting to wear something that is natural and Afrocentric, here's some choices for you, okay? So a couple of years back, I'd have to say maybe 5 years ago, Fulani braids were very popular. Fulani is a tribe of women and men in Africa, and it's a certain type of hairstyle. Just like women from East Africa, Somalian women, Eritrean women, and Ethiopian women, there's a style of braiding called albaso braids. I remember I had a client who was from Eritrea, and she showed me how to do albaso braids. Braids don't trend, right? They don't. So understanding what healthy braids are and being able to make choices for your hair based on health instead of a trend is how you end up getting the best benefit when you're getting your hair braided, okay? We really are fighting a battle here with the agenda for Black women not to accept their natural beauty, not to feel like what our Creator gave us is enough, and to continuously have us stuck on this good hair, bad hair hierarchy, and to continue to have us comparing our level of beauty towards a European beauty standard that was never meant for us. Fulani braids are the bomb, okay? Getting your hair in cornrows does not require you to get a silk press first. Wearing braids that are way past your bra strap down to your knees will cause you to lose hair because it's too heavy. It is the truth. The majority of styles that are trending right now that are supposed to be natural hairstyles, braids, lock extensions, and such, are going to have you chasing a standard of beauty that is not meant for you. And it's really sad that it's trickling down into the natural hair and lock community. So I'm just trying to bring awareness of the choices that you make. Don't allow a temporary hairstyle to cause you permanent hair damage and also psychological damage, okay? This is all psychological. The choices that we make, this baby hair trend where we're covering up traction alopecia with 2 inches of thick of baby hair, you know what I mean? And all these swirly designs, like all of that, it's just keeping us there. It's not doing anything to improve it, to stop us from having traction alopecia. So I hope this video resonates for some of you guys out there who, you know, maybe wearing these trending hairstyles and you're starting to notice that they're not doing your hair any benefit. If that's you, like I said, I posted some options for you. Yeah, they may not be trending, but always know that natural hairstyles never go out of style, all right? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.